Hello everyone, back with another requested tier list today, and we're doing, as you can see here, a request from Atlanta Husky. Said, can you do a phones or phone apps tier list? Like, yep, we'll have a look which is best. And in the end I decided to go for apps, because, phones are kind of all, pretty similar where apps are, there's some variety in apps in there. So, we'll get started. We seem to be going in alphabetical order by the look of it. First thing is Among Us. I can't say I've ever used this on my phone. But I've played it on PC back when it was kind of first getting hyped up in like a couple of years ago. An alright game, the game itself wasn't much of a game with it. It was more like playing with your mates and stuff and trying to figure it out. The actual gameplay wasn't much, but it was a fun thing to do with some friends. I'd say a middling start. I'm not the biggest fan of games on a phone, to be honest. Then we have Apple Music, or just music, I guess. I've never used Apple Music specifically, as I haven't had an iPhone. A bit too expensive for me. But I assume it's just a music app, as far as I'm aware, as good as any other. Music sort of a classic thing to use your phone for. You just like you got like a journey or something, stick your headphones in, listen to some music. It's a classic thing to do on your phone, innit, I think. I'll say probably an S, to be honest. I am a fan of listening to music on my phone. Then we have calculator app. Um, Another useful one, sometimes you got just some moderately difficult maths you need to do and you can't be bothered doing it in your head, or you need to make sure it's right. Just work out the calculator, do it. There you go. Comes in handy. But I don't use it that much. It's not like an everyday use by any means, but it does come in handy sometimes. So calculator, I think it's a B. Then we have camera app. For some people, this would probably be the most important thing, but for me, I don't take that many like pictures or videos on my phone. Um, but I still appreciate it is very useful having a camera with you all the time. You see something interesting, you want to take a picture, show someone else or something. Yeah, I think it's obviously a very good app. A camera app. It's a big part of a phone. How good the camera is, what can you do with it, all that stuff. I think camera app's an A. Then we have Candy Crush, a bit like a classic match game, move stuff about, match stuff. I think it's kind of got a rep of like being played by boomers a bit these days. I've played some Candy Crush, like quite a few years ago now. Um, yeah, it's not the best game, I don't think personally. It's just a typical sort of match game. I don't know why it's so popular really. I guess I don't know. Maybe it looks nice, but for me, it's just a pretty standard match game. It's not terrible, but it's not great either. So I'll say D. Then we have like chess. This is a game I like. I think it's a game that works well on a phone as well because you don't need a lot of fancy graphics. You just need a chessboard. It's the same every time. The pieces fits well on a phone screen. Yeah, I think one of my four more favourite games to play on a phone. I would actually play chess on a phone happily, like as opposed to like some other games that are better on a computer for sure. But I don't think chess is much worse on your phone. At my level, at least. I'm sure if you're really good at chess, you obviously need to be able to move the pieces quickly and whatever. But for me, I enjoy a bit of chess. I'll say B. Then we have Google Chrome. Uh, you know, I guess whatever your internet browser of choice is on your phone is extremely useful. You want to look up some information. You want to just do anything you can do on a normal internet browser. Yeah, just do it on your phone. Extremely useful. S tier. This is some form of Clash of Clans game, Clash of Clans, Clash Royale, something like that. I have very briefly played Clash of Clans. I assume it's just Clash of Clans. I've very briefly played it, like once or twice years ago. You like build a base and stuff and defend it, and it's like a big multiplayer thing. But yeah, it's not really my favourite to be honest. I think but yeah, it just weren't for me really. So for me, yeah, I could definitely wouldn't have that on my phone. Clock app, uh, yeah, good. See what time it is, set alarms and stuff, uh, things like that. I guess most phones you don't need to go into the app. You usually just have the time on your like lock screen or whatever. But it's a way to set an alarm, stuff like that. Checking your time on your phone, extremely useful in it. If I'm gonna make this to equate this to also just having the time on your phone, then it's S tier. But just the app itself, I guess we'll put it A. Then this is Crossy Road, I believe. This is another game. It's kind of like Frogger, if you know what that is. You're like trying to get across a lot of lanes of traffic and pick up points and stuff and not get run over. For a phone game, it's alright, but like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of games on my phone. But yeah, this one, not bad. Let's see. Discord. It's like a communications app, speak to your friends and stuff, send messages to your friends. If you don't know what Discord is, I'm sure you probably do, but yeah, I use this a lot more on my computer than my phone, but I will occasionally look at the text channels on my phone. I don't ever really go on my phone to speak to people through Discord, but it's useful to have. Say B. This is the first one I actually don't know. Just an E. Assume it starts with E, but don't know. Don't even recognise that logo at all. Probably some form of game or something. Yeah, don't know. Let me know what that is if you know. Then we have Facebook. Yeah, I guess it depends if you like Facebook or not, doesn't it? If you like this app. For me, the actual Facebook app itself on my phone, I don't need that really. Facebook Messenger, I do use on my phone occasionally, because it's kind of some people I have on Facebook who like, I don't have the phone number and stuff. If I might message me or something. But the actual Facebook itself, yeah, I don't really look at that on my phone. So yeah, that's an F tier for me. Then we have Fruit Ninja, absolute classic like phone game. One of the first real successful ones, I think, sort of Fruit Ninja and Cut the Rope, stuff like that. Maybe Angry Birds, but Fruit Ninja, yeah. I think it were at the time, it were cool, like using the touchscreen well, when touchscreens were still like a new gimmick going on, like they were still interesting, not just everyone had been used to them for 15 years. You'd basically like slice up the fruit as it appeared on the screen and stuff and dodge the bombs. Yeah, I think it were a good early phone game. I remember playing this like in high school a bit on like an iPod Touch, I think I had, or something like that. Yeah, a B. This is Geometry Dash, I believe. I've never played this on a phone, but I've played it on like just a browser. The game itself, yeah, it probably works well with your phone actually, because there's only really like the controls to jump. I don't think you do anything else. You can just tap the screen for that, I guess. Quite a fun game back in the day, like a platforming thing, quite hard. Yeah, I think that could be alright. Let's say C. Then we have like emails. Yeah, this for sure can be useful, check your emails on the go. If you're waiting for an important email, you don't have to like stay at home or something, be at home, you can check it while you're out and about, whatever. Send emails when you're like just on a journey. Yeah, useful for sure. Let's say a B. Then we have maps. I think maps on a phone, another really, really useful thing. Like, nowadays, if you just want to go somewhere, you don't know where it is, you just bash it in on your phone. You can use it as a sat nav, you can use it when you're just walking, use it whenever. Like, yeah, you can always find somewhere to go. You can just like type in like, oh, find me the train station, find me whatever, McDonald's, whatever you want to go to. Fit maps on your phone, extremely useful. It's like so hard to get lost these days compared to back in the day when you just have to be like, you have to ask someone, or I'll buy like a city map or something. Yeah, maps on your phone, great stuff. Instagram, It's another one. I don't really use Instagram at all. So on my phone, I especially don't need it. Yeah, I don't use Instagram. I don't look at Instagram. Yeah, it's not for me. Minecraft. Played quite a lot of Minecraft on my computer, but I've never played it on my phone. Um, I feel like it'd be not the best game to play on a phone. I feel like there's a lot of stuff going on, like crafting stuff and like using all your inventory on a phone does not seem like it'd be nice. But I don't know. I've never played it, so I couldn't say if it's good or not. But just my gut feeling feels like the controls wouldn't be very good on the phone version. But I don't know. So I'll put it tentatively in D, but I've never played that, so I don't really know. Then we have Netflix. I don't have Netflix personally, but I obviously know what it is. You know, the film streaming service. Uh, yeah. I guess that could be useful for sure. You know, kind of like listening to music on your phone, watch TV show on your phone, watch a movie on your phone. I suppose it depends how much data you have, but imagine that it take a lot of data. But yeah, I've never really used it, but I could see the appeal if I had it. I think if I had it, I'd use it on my phone as well. Yeah, definitely. I could see like on a train journey, 30-minute journey, something watch like a 30-minute episode on for something. Yeah, for sure. Say B. This is another one I'm not sure of. It's probably news, but I'm not sure. And even if it is the news app, I'd never use the news app. So yeah, I don't know. Never just have like the phone app. Uh, yeah, you buy them mobile phone. Uh, yeah, I mean, you need the phone bit, don't you? It's a phone. STR. um, Plants vs Zombies. This is like another classic. I haven't played it on phone again really. I've played it on. Ooh, what did I have this on? Did I have it on Xbox 360 or something maybe? Or did I have it on my PC ages ago? I don't know. Played it ages ago on either console or maybe like one of my old laptops. But yeah, bit of a classic game. One that I could see, you know, working well on a phone. You know, you don't need to really make instantaneous decisions. It's got fairly simple controls. Yeah, see. Pokemon Go. Another game. I did play Pokemon Go at the start when it first came out, for when it were like absolutely massive and everyone were playing it. I kept playing it for a while as well, probably longer than most people did. I eventually, you know, sort of got bored of it. Got a bit sort of same when I'd caught most of the Pokemon, like the original ones. Just kind of, and then I played it again when like they added a new generation and stuff. I said kind of coming in and out for a bit, but I certainly haven't played it in quite a long time now. But yeah, I think it were quite a decent game, especially at the start. It was like insanely popular. Like everyone were just going out playing it. You'd like see random people like near a gym or something, like battling it at like the hotspots where there's loads of Pokestops. Like there'd be people just camped around them. Yeah, I don't know. This were just like a phenomenon for like that first month when it was really hyped up. And yeah, I think it were a decent game. You know, got you outside and walking. The game itself was okay. It weren't the best, but yeah, I think it's definitely got fond memories of playing this a bit. I'd say an A tier. Definitely, I think my favourite all-time game on a phone is probably Pokemon Go. Reddit app. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I do use Reddit on PC a lot. On my phone, I do use it a bit, but you know, again, it's not really the best way to look at it because you know, on Reddit, you sort of constantly loading other stuff from other websites and whatnot and whatever. But yeah, I do occasionally use it. I don't actually use the Reddit app. I use like the Reddit is Fun app. I think it just works better and takes up less of your data and stuff. Um, but yeah, the Reddit app itself, it's okay. I say C. This is another one I'm not familiar with. Don't know. Must start with an R or an S, but yeah, I don't know what that is at all. Then this is Safari, I believe. This is just like the internet browser for Apple products. Again, it's just an internet browser, same as what I said for Google Chrome. Basically, like anything you can put a browser, just do it on your phone. Yeah, amazing. Yes. We have Snapchat. Like a social media thing. Send temporary messages. I think this might only be on phones. I don't know. I've certainly never seen it on like desktop. You probably can get it on PC or whatever, but this sort of is made for a phone. I did have Snapchat when it was a bit fresher, I never really used it that much, but I did have it. Yeah, I think it had like a bit of a gimmick, like the send a picture and it only lasts like 10 seconds or whatever, and then goes. Yeah, it was a bit of an interesting gimmick. Worked well for a phone. I think it was okay. I say a C. Spotify, again, like I said, music, great thing to use your phone for. Spotify, I do use Spotify. That's my music app of choice on the phone. I think they're all pretty similar though. Just Spotify's kind of the big one, so that's kind of what I use by default. And I don't have Apple, so I can't really use Apple Music. I probably can, but don't see why I would. Yeah, Spotify. Yeah, it's here. This is Subway Surfers, I believe. This is a game I've never really played, but I've seen other people playing it. It's like you're going along a screen, dodge from side to side and stuff. Yeah, seemed a bit not great, but not terrible either. I think a D. Then Temple Run is very similar, I think, running along like a straight line, dodging stuff, ducking under stuff, whatever. I think D again. Then we have like text messages. Another extremely important part of just the default phone. Messaging people, Yeah. Yes. TikTok. I don't have TikTok. I don't go on TikTok on my computer. So yeah, I don't want it on my phone either, really. I only ever watch TikToks on like YouTube or Reddit and stuff when they get shared there. I think this is Tinder. Yeah, it must be. It's T's. Yeah, it's in the T's, and I think it is Tinder. So I'm going to go under the impression this is Tinder, a dating app. I've never used it personally, but I certainly know a lot of my friends have used it. Yeah, I've got friends who've like got the relationship via Tinder. So yeah, it can obviously be useful for that. But you also hear some bad stories about it, like just people sending you pictures you don't want or whatever, and people being weird. But I feel like if you're looking for a partner or whatever, could be useful, but not really for me. So I think it's middling. Depends if you're looking for a partner or not, really, doesn't it? We have Twitch. I don't really use Twitch much these days. Used to watch it a bit more back in the day when I had more time. Yeah, I've never really watched it much on my phone either. I'd watch it on my computer if I were watching it. Yeah, I mean, it could be useful again, just watch someone on Twitch a bit if you're killing a bit of time. But not really for me, I think. We'll put it middling again. Twitter. I don't really have a Twitter either. I do have a Twitter, but I don't really use it again. I think Twitch probably works better on a phone, I guess, because does it though? It's kind of just like the other social medias. I don't really use it much, so yeah, I don't need it on my phone. Weather. Yeah, I think weather. I love checking the weather on my phone. Every morning I'll just check the weather for the day, see what it looks like. I'm like, oh, do I need to put a coat on? Do I need whatever? Is it going to be hot? Is it going to be whatever? Yeah, it's just useful to know, innit? I mean, you could manage without it, but yeah, I am a big fan of just, checking weather. Useful for sure. A tier. Then we have YouTube, finishing us off. Apps as we're on YouTube. Yeah, I think good. You know, another one like you want to just kill a bit of time, watch a few videos on your phone. Great. I prefer obviously to watch it on my PC with a bigger screen and whatever, but for sure, I can see you know, especially YouTube because you know you can pick a video that fits your time length as well. If you've got 5 minutes to kill, you can watch like a 5 minute video. If you've got an hour to kill, you can find a couple of like 30-minute videos or an hour video or whatever. So yeah, there's that. Lots of different things. I think YouTube, solid here. Okay, that was mobile apps tier list. Hope you all enjoyed. Let me know what your favourite apps are, or what I've overrated or underrated. Let me know what these are as well, if you know. Hope you all enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.